Another Amazon Prime Days has come and gone, and this year I decided to get a monitor. A 2K monitor from KTC. Never heard of the brand before, but I thought I'd share the unboxing and setting it up and testing it out with all of you. The KTC 24-inch 2K monitor, the cheapest one I could find, by the way, for $94. This is what's next. Well, I did it. I got a new monitor. This is for my editing rig, where I currently use a Mac Mini with an eGPU. It suits me just fine, except for one thing. The monitor I'm currently using is a Dell, and it's a 1080p. This is a 2K monitor that runs at 100 hertz, so that's good. And a contrast ratio of 1300 to 1. And it's got anti-blue light screen and 122% sRGB and blah, 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 blah. That's not the point. The point is, this thing was cheap during Prime Days. $94 is what I ended up paying for this thing. And so what I wanted to do is we're going to unbox this, get it set up with the video rig. There's really not much else as far as testing is concerned. It's really just my thoughts on the, the quality of the monitor. So, hey, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead, instead of trying to just unbox it, I'm going to go and snap my fingers and it's just going to magically appear. Here we go. All right, here it is. It was a pain, by the way, to get it out of the box. I mean, not terrible, but we have, let's see, our stand is here. Looks like this is the mount for the stand. We have a wall-wart power supply. Probably some instructions, another HDMI cable, which now I have like a ton of those. And then last but not least, the monitor itself. And yes, I opened it up backwards. It's facing downwards, so we'll need to get that out. All right, before we get it all unboxed here and unsleeved, we have a DC port right here, display port, HDMI, USB, but only for servicing, and then a headphone jack that could either go to headphones or speakers. Well, initial impressions already, I like the packaging. Yeah, it's a lot of styrofoam, but I get it. I want to protect that 2K monitor. But even the packaging here, this is all like sealed up, so I'm going to consider that as a bonus. They didn't have to do that. That could have just been a, like a bag. All right, so then there's the HDMI cable. We have our extended warranty card, and then the LCD monitor, which hopefully has some instructions on how to set this up. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it set up, and we'll take a look at the monitor, see what it looks like before we get it plugged in. So it is a 24-inch diagonal. I think it's going to be 23.5. They did have a 27. I opted not to go with that, and it was only a couple dollars more. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, why didn't you just go with the 27, not the 24? Well, the problem that I have now with my current setup is that that's a 27-inch monitor, and it's just way too big, space-wise. And because it's 2K, I figured, okay, well, better resolution, a little smaller. I think that'll work for me. It does have some tilting. Overall quality, it's not terrible. It's a little wobbly. But it does have the VESA connection in the back. So if I wanted to get like one of those monitor arms, I could do that with this. And it's just a simple connection down here at the bottom that should be able to pop right off. And then there is your power button, and then you can toggle through your menus going in and up and left and right and down. But that's the setup there. Hey, it's a monitor. It was $93, so I can't complain too bad. And it's KTC is the brand. I have never heard of them before, and I figured I'd take a risk. I'm going to spend my own money on this, provide at least an overview of what I think about it, and in that way, if it's something that you might consider, maybe the next time it goes on sale, you get it. I think today, if I was to buy it, it is, I'm looking on my Amazon right now, and it is the 24, yeah. So it's $106.24 currently. Normally $124.99, and like I said, I got it for around $93, $94 during Prime Days. So again, you're looking for an inexpensive, higher res monitor, a 2K monitor. This might be the route to go. So let's go ahead and we're going to take it to the area now where I have my setup, because again, the office is still being worked on. So we're going to go yet to another room, and we'll compare the size between this and the 27-inch, and then put it up. Or connect it up, and then we'll take a look and see what the quality looks like. Well, there it is. The editing rig that I built last year. Most of the videos over the last 18 months have been edited on this setup. I do some editing on my MacBook Pro M5 since I got that at the beginning of the year. But yeah, this is the monitor I've been using. This actually came from work. I never paid for this one. It has two HDMI connections, one DisplayPort connection, and a couple USB-C ports, which is nice on the side. So I'm going to lose the USB-C. I'm losing the one HDMI, but that's fine. I got a ton of connections over here. But yeah, so this is the quality of this monitor. And again, it does a decent job. I mean, the videos look good. This was all shot in 4K. And it looks fine. I mean, granted, I'm not, I think I'm doing better performance, not better image, but you know, it works. Not so worried about RGB. I don't do that style of editing. So, but that gives you an idea of what the Dell's like. Let me go get the other monitor. We're kind of going to do a size comparison. You're going to see how much room this thing actually takes up. Well, there's my first impressions. I stacked this up on a book to be about the same. I mean, I'm gaining that much height, a little bit of width on either side. The other nice thing too with this particular monitor, it's three sides are borderless. Only the bottom has like a bezel. But yeah, this is gonna not make this thing feel so large for me. I do have another monitor that's upstairs and it's 31 or 32 inches wide, so it's huge. But for video editing, I mean, that's great for documentation and whatnot. But for video editing, I figured this is really going to work best for me. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to swap this out. We're going to see, you know, what my first impressions are. Am I going to notice any difference between the 1080p monitor and the new 2K monitor from KTC? Monitor is running, and I opened up the Final Cut project that I showed earlier, and it was at 1080p. You can see how much more space I'm going to get with this monitor compared to that 1080p. So if we go full screen, and there we go. Looks like it's going to do pretty well. And of course, with the eGPU that I have connected here, speed shouldn't be an issue with this older Mac Mini from 2018. Now, if I go, let's see, if I look at quality, this is the way the office looks right now, by the way. I'm going to document that and let you all know what we're doing with the office. Hopefully, it should be pretty cool. Office/studio, whatever I want to call it. Anyways, quality-wise, that looks pretty good. Let me go into one of the benchmark programs, and we're going to see what the graphics looks like. Oh, I know what I wanted to do first. Yeah, I am all over the place today. If we go ahead and let's get into our system settings. So currently right now I have a refresh rate of 60 Hertz, and there is 100. We're going to go ahead and see if I can get 100 Hertz here. Is it going to let me? No. The Mac is not going to let me. Oh no, there it goes, 100 Hertz. Well, that took some time to get that to work, but there you go. And now it's, I don't know what it's doing. So I'm gonna flip back to just, we'll do 75 Hertz instead. So it is not quickly refreshing, at least with my Mac. The other thing I noticed is, while it said borderless, you're gonna notice that there is definitely a border on the left and the right and the top. So keep that in mind. And if for whatever reason we're now like flipping back and forth, I don't know what's going on there. So could that be an issue with the monitor? I don't know. May have to do a restart and see if that fixes anything, but we do know that 60 Hertz seems to work pretty good. See, we're now flicking back and forth. So who knows? I am down to 6 minutes on my battery here. So I have this set to 2560 by 1440. We have anti-aliasing turned off, quality's medium. I just want to see kind of what this looks like if I was to play, you know, a high-res video game in full res on this monitor. So we're going to see what it decides to do here. Is it going to run? Might take a moment. Hopefully it'll run before my battery gives out. I didn't charge it, so we're going to see what happens here. I'll cut back to it here after it gets started. Well, for whatever reason, I cannot get this to run with the monitor. Maybe it's because it's at 100 Hertz. If you know, leave a comment down below. This should just run, and it's not. Even out of full screen, still isn't going to run. So is that an issue with the monitor? I don't know. Let me try YouTube. We'll take a look at a 2K resolution or 4K resolution video. All right, currently running 1080p, and obviously the quality that I'm getting out of this monitor display is this double the quality. I know that's redundant, but the colors are a little bit more vibrant. The image quality looks better than it did on that 1080p screen. What I want to do is let's see if we can get this up to, here's 1440p. So that's native resolution with this monitor, and I can make out all the hairs and the vibrant colors of the reds. A little blown out there a little bit, but yeah, I mean, color reproduction seems to be pretty decent. Overall, hey, this might not be a bad deal for $93. Of course, I can't get gaming to work, or at least 3D animations, but I do video work on this machine. So for that, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Little concerned about that 100 hertz issue. It kind of flashes a couple times before it finally syncs up. But again, money-wise, let's take it back to the studio for my final thoughts. All right, well, before I get to my final thoughts and conclusion here, I did want to show you some other tests that I made using this monitor. I had that flickering on and off when I changed the frequency range on the monitor. So here is what my HP Elite Desk running Zorin OS did, and you can see I have switched the monitor, it blacks out for a little bit, and then it comes back and it's all fine. It doesn't want to go away again and readjust itself or resync. And then we tried the eGPU on the Mac Mini using the existing cable. I got the same results. It would black out, it would come back, and then black out again, resync, come back, and then it would be fine. So then I opted to use the HDMI cable that came with it. And both the Mac Mini and the eGPU worked fine. Now the eGPU, the Heavens benchmark from Unigen, that worked fine, but again, if I try to run it through the Mac Mini, I get the black screen. That's okay. I already know what the Mac Mini is going to do. I'm using it for video editing, and that's all I need to know. So what are my final thoughts on this $94 Prime Days special monitor that I got? I really can't argue. The picture quality is so much better than the older 1080p Dell monitor. I still like some of the functionality of that Dell. Overall, I like the monitor. It seems to function fine. It's not truly borderless. That's kind of a downside. And it wobbles a lot when it's on its stand. So that's something else to consider. But if you're looking for something inexpensive, this might be the way to go. Well, that's all that I have for today. If you like what you saw, if you can go ahead and give me a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. I also have the Amazon store. I'll provide a link to that monitor if you're interested. And again, this video was not sponsored. If you are interested in watching another video, I will post one here and another one here. And until next time, I'll see you again for another episode of Hey, What's Next?